back to 22 feet, so there's a hump right there. Nice hump on the bottom. 22 feet, 25 feet now. Yeah, there's a hump over there. I'm gonna go hit that hump. Here's a hump. This is what we want right here. Big old hump goes from 25 to 12 feet. We're gonna sit right on that. Yeah, there's so many marks. I think those are all bluegill though. I don't know if I should drop the anchor. What's up, Brady? So we found our spot with all the fish, but I just don't know if I'm wanting to drop the anchor. But I think I'm going to because I don't want to keep it drifting. There we go. Baseball and big bucks. What's up? Going trout fishing? Have you caught trout before? I love catching trout. Where are you trout fishing? What state? North Carolina. I've never fished in North Carolina. I've heard they got some good trout fishing, but yeah, trout fishing is really fun. They taste really good too. At my river, I have a honey hole. There you go. The rain just stopped. It should be real good. I might go target a topwater bite in a little bit. We'll throw this topwater that I got tied on. Little torpedo. Maybe we could get a smallmouth to come up and bust it. I'd love to catch a big old smallmouth. Caught 23 trout last year, 1 or 2. Yes, 1 or 2. 3 days. I caught 8 this year. There you go. Just rainbows, I'm guessing. Stocked or native? Catch a lot of... Yeah, rainbows, I love eating rainbows. Are they stocked fish or native? Oh, there's fish. I think that's a sunfish. Yeah, definitely a sunfish. That's what I hate about using worms. You'll catch a lot of sunfish. Stocked? So you can use power bait on stocked fish, can't you? I don't know what you use, but I'll either use, when I'm targeting stocked fish, I'll either use worms or power bait, sometimes spinners or flies. But mostly when I target native trout, I use flies and worms. What's up, Addison? I use Canadian egg collars to catch the crap out of the trout. There you go. Use like an ultralight, or use an ultralight, or what do you use for like a rod setup? Because stock trout aren't too picky, but if you want to like, but sometimes they are. It depends how much they're fished. What's that? Bass? Oh no, just a big bluegill. Dude, these stupid fish. I'm actually getting... I'm just trying to catch some smallmouth. All they want to do is come over here and... That is an ultralight. This is an ultralight. This is a Akuma Solilo and a Cat's King Centron light with 8-pound braid. Use this. This combo was like $50 on Amazon, and I absolutely love it. I've had it for like 2.5 years. Some of my first videos were with this rod. Works really well. Sometimes if I'm fishing for trout, I'll tie on 6-pound monofilament leader, just so it kind of keeps my braid away from my lure. But that's only sometimes. Come to North Carolina, bro. I got smallmouth bass. I got a 2-pounder off worms. Yeah, that's what I was doing. I've caught some like 4-pounders, some massive smallies, but I think my PB is 5 pounds. But it's just so hard, especially if you're jigging worms off the rock walls, because there's sunfish everywhere, and they'll either rob your bait or you'll hook them and you have to reel them in, and then you get back down there, and it's just hard. Caught some brook trout out of here too. This thing, like, that was a whole worm on there, and the bluegill just tear it to shreds. You can use bluegill for catch. See, in Maine, as long as you can't use live bait, like you can't use bluegill as live bait, but if you cut them, like cut bait, you can use them for cut bait. It's just a stupid law that Maine has. Can't use any spined fish as live bait. There we go. I think that bass. Or no. Stupid sunfish. Felt big. All right, go get me your cousin. Oh, there's a big mark down there too. You know what? If I was catching bigger ones, I would have kept them, but you can put. There's a duck. There's a big mark right in front of me. Oh, there's fish. Yeah, just got a bite. Bro, here's a tip. Use a live creek chub for bass. You'll catch them every time. I caught a big bass off of a creek chub. Oh my God. Andy swallowed my dang hook. Dude, I don't think you're gonna live, buddy. I think you're gonna be snapping turtle food if I can't get this hook out of you. Yeah, creek chubs and shiners I've caught some big bass on. See if you live. Swam off. We don't have any creek chubs in this lake though, so. Fish. That's a small one. Cast right next to it. Do that or trout, and I'd love to catch a trout. If I caught a trout, eating that. This is 8-pound braid. Maybe 10-pound. It's something light because this is like my creek fishing rod for trout and stuff, so I can still cast far, but I'm not like struggling. I could still cast far and I still have the strength to catch some good fish if my drag's set right. Oh, for trout? Well, this is 8-pound braid, so but if I'm using like if I have like mono, I either 6-pound mono or 8-pound braid. But if I'm using braid, I tie a leader for trout, just so my braid's far from my lines, depending on the water clarity. Like if it's like really clear water, then I'll use a leader. And if I'm fishing for native trout, it's all just different depending on like what I'm using or like what I'm fishing for, you know. Caught some white perch out here. I like to catch some white perch to eat. Either white perch or just some regular yellow perch. Native brown? There you go. Brown trout are so fun to catch. They fight so hard. It's really calm. I might go chase a top water bite. I know a spot for some yellow perch too. I could go catch some yellow perch. Have you caught any brook trout before? Catch brook trout all the time. I got a little creek that I'll go to, full of them, full of natives, and then they feed into the lake. So, and I caught a bunch of stock brookies on a fly rod, a little brown fly. They were hammering it. I've actually caught some brook trout in the same exact spot I'm fishing off this wall. My uncle caught a 5-pound brown trolling. Alright, I'm gonna pull anchor, switch spots maybe. Take a cast up here, and I'll throw top water a couple times. Always want to catch a brook trout. Do you got any around you in North Carolina? I don't know what type of fish y'all got there, so. Alright, I'll whip around the top water a few times. And I'll probably go catch some perch. There's a bass down there though. There's something in the fish finder. I had a whopper plopper right now, but I don't. I got a little torpedo about an hour away. Why don't you troll for trout? I do troll for trout. We have downriggers and a bunch of. Show you guys the boat set up in a little bit after this cast. We do troll. My dad loves trolling, so not as much. I like casting and stuff, but we do troll. So we got a hummingbird. I know that's actually a Lowrance, a Garmin fish finder, and another hummingbird. And then we have 2 Canon electric downriggers. With 2 Akuma cold water series. We got another trolling rod there, another trolling rod there. We just put those out the back. These electric downriggers connect to the fish finder so they can move where the fish are. Like once it gets to market, it'll move it up to where the fish are. But that's pretty much the setup. But I'm gonna pull anchor and then I'm gonna scoot over to a different spot. I catch trout deep water and catch them down in the shallow water too, but mostly deep water. Maine. Maine's got a really good trout and salmon fishery. The salmon are declining, or they're doing all. The salmon are doing all right. They're just having a hard time because of the lake trout and stuff. So, but they're doing all right. People are still catching salmon, so. I'm gonna scoot over to this cove and. Excuse me. My friend lost a glide bait in here, so I'm gonna go look for it. Probably not today, but definitely gonna look for it this summer. It's like a $25, $30 glide bait, so. I'm from Maine. Fish down there. And then there's my anchor. So, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna have this rod on a bobber, I think. With my worm rod on a bobber, I'm gonna throw around the top water for a little bit. And then once I get into a school of perch, I'll just focus on some perch. If I catch a big sunfish or bluegill, I'll keep it too. Oh, there you go. Oh, it's not long. There we go. It didn't take long at all. Nice eater size. Get some good fillets off of that sucker. It's going in the boat. All right, going back out to the same spot. Shoot, I'm already getting bit. I think barely got a sink. that one in two either, but it'll be all right. Try to get it right. I got a big fish over here. Oh, shoot. I'm not in a rush. I just want to know. Probably took all my worm anyways. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much all gone. Something good. Is it coming off? Dang it. Back out there. This is kind of like the easiest type of fishing, but here's a bite. That's a good one. Good perch. A good old perch. Perch are great eating. What's up, Em? Wait, that's Emma. I didn't recognize. Oh shit, that's fish. Oh, he's got it. Oh my god. I just missed it twice. I think he took my worm too. Looks like it. Yeah. Stupid. Only in 6 feet of water right here. Snap my line trying to get a knot out. I'm just gonna tie a leader knot to it. So this is all tangled too. What are you going for? So right now I'm just fishing for some perch and for some bass. Kind of floating a bobber, trying to catch some perch, and then I'm throwing a top water. So I'm allowed to have 2 rods. So I'm gonna. What's up, Angel? I might switch to a wacky rig because this top water's not producing. The water's calm and it's really warm. Yeah, I've caught a couple perch, bass, small little bass, but and a lot of bluegill. I was jigging a wall earlier. That's a big mark. It's a big mark on the fish finder. That's gotta be a school of perch right underneath me. I think I have no worm left, so. Hey, Grandpa. Just a couple. I tried to get on the morning bite this morning. Caught a couple of bass, but other than that, it's been kind of slow. The perch have been biting good though. I just can't get them to hook up. I don't know what's the problem, but just gotta sit here and wait, you know. I'm gonna switch to a wacky rig on this rod. So, well, actually, I might try. You know, I'm definitely switching straight to a wacky rig. So, just a little ultralight wacky rig. Just take my wacky rig hook, and then I got some little trick worms that I made that they really like. Some June bug trick worms. I make all my own plastics. Wait, what message did I delete? I don't know what message. Did I put the wrong person in timeout? Oh no, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean to put him in. How do I take this guy out of timeout? Shoot, I didn't mean to put this guy in. That was a different guy. If you're still watching that, I'm actually so sorry. I meant to put Jan in timeout. How do I take him out of timeout? Oh shoot, I didn't mean to do that. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, Peter. Wasn't supposed to be for you, it was supposed to be for Jan, but I have wet fingers, so it might. So sorry, Peter. No, I feel terrible. I'm gonna comment on his video. Or if he's still watching this. I hope he's still watching this, because that honestly was not my intention. I feel terrible. I'll just comment on one of his videos later. I apologize, that was like truly a mistake. My fingers are wet. So like clicked on the wrong one. What's up, Eloise? I have no clue, but she is a little weird, so she's interesting. And I meant to put her in timeout for 24 hours, and not Peter, because but I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit. If I don't catch anything, then I'm moving. I'm actually think I'm gonna end stream. If I end stream, is he still in timeout for the next stream?